We wrote it down. There's not a whole lot about it. So we have it all. So you're good. Hey, good evening, disc golfers, and welcome to the 19th hole. I am your host, Eddie Wooters. Alongside me, Mike Dunn. Mike, God, I am glad to see you, man. It's like it's been, I don't know, a month since I've seen you. How's everything been?
It's been great, and it feels like it has been forever.
I don't know about the rest of you guys out in viewer land and in studio tonight, but I am happy to be back at Fly Range Studios.
Well, it's good to have you back, Eddie. It is good to have you back.
So, we got a lot to talk about.
Let's get started. I mean, right out of the gate, you guys know you can call in any time of the show, 303-754-DISC.
Yes.
The lines are open, so give us a call anytime. We've got our fancy new sign here tonight with all the money we've been raising. So, Eddie, why don't we jump right in and get the show started?
All right, so let's do the intro real quick, Mike, because we've got a big rundown I want to go through and make sure that everybody understands what's on the show tonight. We're going to talk about first Ricky Wysocki and the 22nd annual
We could
Texas
talk about
State
that all
Disc Golf
night, but we're not
Championships.
gonna.
We've got Cinco de Mayo on the board tonight. We've got the really cool new products with your segment on the Upshot. John Bird, John Bird's in the house. John Bird. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
He is very excited to be here. He showed up early. We're all jazzed up on coffee. We got John Roundhouse from I Fling Plastic calling into the show. We got Ian Ray from Disc Golf Over Everything. You guys will notice our shirts. This is a new company out of
sponsors, baby.
Yeah,
sponsors.
Did I tell you what this cost us to get a sponsor? Yeah, I know. Well, I had to pay for it, but it's good. Anyway, it's going to be awesome. Let's go right now. I'm new at this. It's not like I do this every time.
Anyway, keep moving.
On the green. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. On the green. We have failed to mention a couple weeks about the Outback, ran by Chris Thomas, up in Greeley. This concert, it is kind of a concert. It's a big show. This event is sold out. It's a C tier being run up in Greeley by Chris Thomas, and I just wanted to put that on the green tonight because I saw some video by Carla Akers online. I saw some pictures. They had, I don't know what the final tally was, but maybe Carla can throw it up there for us if she's watching. They had a bunch of helpers out. They set a lot of new posts in the ground out at this course. OB posts in the ground. I mean, there was guys out there with post hole diggers. It was awesome. So it was really cool. Thank you for sharing that video, Carla. That's the kind of things that make my news feed better, I'll tell you that. Especially this day and age. At least there's some really good positive posts out there, man.
So this is April 22nd.
It is.
And
like I said, in Greeley.
Yep. Chris always puts on great tournaments.
Yes. If you guys aren't in the tournament and you're around Greeley and you want to be in the tournament environment, please get a hold of Chris Thomas at Three Rivers Disc Golf Club on Facebook. Or hit him up on Facebook. Maybe Carla Akers. Plenty of ways to get a hold of either one of those guys. I'm sure they could use the help, right?
As always, volunteer help is appreciated.
Absolutely. Makes the tournament run smooth. We're going to move to the next gen disc golf. 2017. This thing was insane. This was insane. Okay, so Friday at Tags, before the next gen, okay, at Adams Hollow is where we're talking about, right? Adams Hollow up in Brighton. It's out by the, what is it?
Adams County Fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds, there you go. I like this course.
That course is awesome.
It really is, man. I love the back part where it's sandy, and it's got like the sand beds and the trees.
Yep.
It's a beautiful,
Big old
beautiful,
trees.
fun course, man. So Friday, hot round, 8 down. Saturday, tournament time. Alex Stoops comes in and wins the thing at a plus 11. Okay?
Sounds like more like my round would have been the day before.
Right, and then I would have thrown like a plus 30 or something. So I showed you the video, right? There's a video floating around that Brian Elander put on Facebook. The wind was
Ridiculous.
ridiculous. It reminds you of the video that was floating around on YouTube of the guy that put at the memorial, and it went backwards. It hit the basket and come all the way past him.
Yeah.
It was the same thing going on Saturday for these guys. So first off, shout out to Alex Stoops. Congratulations, man. Nice shooting. So that qualifies him. He's in, right? So what happens, can he keep playing events? I'm talking to John Bird because he is actually one of the regional coordinators for this next gen.
If he wants to, he can continue to play.
Just for the fun and experience.
Yeah,
He can't get any higher right now. He's already there.
Yeah, he's already in.
Awesome. So it's like Snoop smoking too many blunts. Like, you're already there, man. You can put it down.
It's just for fun.
Alex, good job, buddy.
Nice work.
So 12 players dropped out of this event on Saturday. 12 players dropped out. The winds were
That tells you how bad it was. I mean, 30, 40
no rain,
mile an
no
hour
moisture,
dust.
just wind.
Punishing.
Forced 12 people out. That's bad. So congratulations to everybody that finished that tournament.
So the results are still pending. We would have given you the results because we do like to publish all the local results. But great job to everybody that went out and stuck it out. That's frustrating. We know how frustrating that can be.
Yeah.
But anyway, great event. You know, we're going to keep talking about those next gen events because they're awesome.
It is awesome. I think this is the Scott and I last night were sitting down starting to write the show. And him and I said at the same time, I think this is the biggest thing that's ever happened for hams in disc golf.
Yeah, this is super cool.
This is awesome.
Hey, let's talk about Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to Mexico together, right?
We are.
We're going to have a great time down there. Anybody else wants to come down there for Cinco?
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about a different Cinco de Mayo. We're talking about Shining Mountain, May 13th and 14th.
Doubles on the 12th.
Doubles on the 12th.
Okay, doubles will start at 3 o'clock, obviously, you know. And so we're going to talk about this, and we're going to come back to Shining Mountain a little bit later because there are some things I want to go over with Shining Mountain. It did just open up, so. Look, guys, we need T-sign sponsors still. We always do really awesome T-signs for Cinco de Mayo. So if you haven't gotten on the page, we've got a Facebook page, Cinco de Mayo Meltdown #4, presented by Throw Colorado. Look it up. Read the information. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit me up. We got different sponsorship packages, but Cinco, we still need some T-sign sponsors. Mike, because I was looking over the list, and it's funny. I just didn't see Fly Green on there yet, so we'll have to square up on that before we leave. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
It's funny how he hits me up in front of everybody on the screen here. He does that, you know. Never asked me beforehand, but anyway.
I forgot to ask you. I just remembered when I was thinking about it, Mike.
It's funny how you do that. Have I ever said no?
Not never.
Thank you.
Love Fly Green.
Anyway, Eddie, what time of season is it?
It's disc golf season.
It is. You know, and disc golfers love to play disc golf with frisbees.
They sure do.
Bags.
I know a great place.
You know, this week alone here at Fly Green Disc Golf, Eddie, we got over 1,000 new discs in. We got them in from Innova, Discraft, MVP, Trilogy. That's why Fly Green has some of the best selection anywhere.
Like this Rock 3. Spring is here. Come get your new disc at Fly Green.
So let's move into the long drive.
We're going to talk about the 22nd annual Texas States.
That was one heck of a tournament.
Man, that windstorm came through and blew all my papers away, Mike.
Well, you don't need them. I'll take over.
Do it. What do you got?
You know, it was the 22nd annual, and I tell you what, it was worth every second of the event because it was pretty exciting. But as we've been saying, this is Wysocki's year.
And Paige. She won again.
Yeah. Well, you know, Paige had a couple weeks off there. You know, we were saying, you know, she was saying she wasn't going to lose, but she fell off for a couple weeks, but she jumped right back in. But let's talk about Wysocki first for a minute. I mean,
because we don't talk about him enough on the show.
This guy is on fire.
1
by 10 shots. I think, you know, most of you probably already saw this, but this is incredible. Don't forget, the phone lines are open, 303-754-DISC, so if anybody wants to come in, If anybody was there live that saw any of these incredible shots that he had, I mean, this guy is a technician. He's parking shots. His drives are incredible. His putting is amazing. It's a pleasure to watch him play right now. So anyway, just incredible to watch him play. Macbeth came in second. Big Germ was in third.
I like him.
Yeah, Philo in fourth. Edward Ward, this guy's coming out of nowhere, huh? Coming in fifth here. And then Mr. Sexton, you know, bringing up sixth place, which was pretty impressive in his own right, you know.
It was. And like I mentioned, Paige Pierce, back on top.
Yep, and then...
to 10:33.
Oh, yeah, well, that's pretty impressive in its own right, right? But let's talk about the ladies then, because, you know,
Wow.
Katrina Allen and Paige had a pretty good battle right there at the end. Paige and Katrina, they had a shootout. Katrina Allen on the 18th hole came and tied it up, and then they had a little shootout. Paige won it. That's pretty good, exciting disc golf. Similar to the Masters, if you watched any of that.
I didn't.
I do like a little ball golf
I
myself.
didn't. It almost made it in this segment, but I said no.
So, you know, that's some good stuff. I mean, great.
It is,
That
it
is
is.
great.
And we can't take anything away from ball golfers. I understand that, you know. Ball golf, disc golf, kind of.
So
There's a little.
that was good stuff to watch. That was good stuff to watch.
Jessica Weiss brought third in. Boom. Are you going to try that name tonight?
Nope, that's why I didn't even try. I was just going to move right on to the Ethiopian disc golf.
Okay. You were. Well, this is exciting. So, I don't know how many of you guys have seen this on your Facebook feeds. I've been trying to share it as much as I can. A friend of ours, Johannes, and John Roundhouse, who probably is calling in right now. They, Johannes has actually started disc golf in Ethiopia.
This is
Have
amazing.
you seen this at all?
Oh, we're going to try this again here.
So he has started disc golf. He's doing clinics with all these kids.
19th hole. Who are we talking to?
This is Mr. Roundhouse.
John
Oh,
Roundhouse.
yeah, John. How are you tonight?
You want to take that up there, Scotty?
How are you guys?
All right, John, you're going to have to speak up a little bit, and we'll do a good job. Thank you for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Very well. So, John, I was just bringing up the Ethiopian disc golf, and Johannes actually was just elected the Ethiopian country coordinator by the PDGA, right?
Yes, he was.
People have been calling him the pioneer of Ethiopian disc golf.
Absolutely.
This kid's on fire, right? He's doing everything.
He's been doing amazing things out there. He's going into the schools, 1,000 kids at a time, teaching them disc golf. It's just amazing to see him. And the kids are all smiles, and they're laughing and having a good time. It's amazing to see these guys, what they're doing. He's got some truly unique outlets and opportunities there to bring disc golf to thousands and thousands of people.
That's
he just
awesome.
started a disc golf club at the university in Asosa. And on his first 2 days of opening up the club as an official club, they actually signed up 300 people to his disc golf club.
Wow.
John, how do they get the discs to these kids?
Tell him what.
That's one of the hardest things. Lots of people are donating discs to send over. Jason Atkins of Dysfunctional Acres in Michigan sent over a big old package of shirts and discs and a camera, a really nice Nikon camera, and just amazing package. It was over 100 pounds. Sent it FedEx, which ended up costing, almost $1,200 by FedEx. And then they charged a tax to Johannes of another $640 that we ended up using from the GoFundMe that we have started for Johannes' trip over here.
Wow.
Golly.
Hey, can I get some thumbs
Just by
going across
everybody's
the screen?
graciousness that it's all donated over to him right now.
Let's get some thumbs going across the screen right now. Give me some likes and some shares.
Golly.
That's the important part. Look, guys, we're doing this show to be informative about disc golf and what's happening. And we can only be as informative as you allow us to be. So the more you hit the share and like button, the bigger and better this show is going to get, and the more informed disc golfers like you are going to become. That's awesome what Johannes is doing right now, and it needs to be shared in the disc golf community. That's amazing.
And John, I got to tell you, that's ridiculous that it costs so much money to get some plastic over there to help these kids. There's got to be a better way that we can find to get these discs over there. I don't even know what it is, but I know we've got connections in the shipping world to get the discs there. I don't know about the taxes or the surf charges.
Yeah, there's definite ways with the shipping instead of going FedEx and whatnot, but that was a choice that was made at the time, and that's, like I said, we dealt with the hurdle, and we're all through that one. Johannes got his stuff. It's amazing. I've donated a few boxes. Others have donated a couple of different boxes.
Zing Minis?
And
Zing Minis is a huge sponsor for Ethiopian disc golf. So thank you, Craig Myers, with Zing Minis. I've seen him involved in it since the beginning as well.
Absolutely.
So do they have baskets? What are they? What kind of targets are they using?
They had a couple homemade ones that they've got, and then in his hometown of Asosa, they have 9 baskets that were donated by, I believe it was Innova. They were the portable ones.
Imagine that. Innova.
Allowed them to run a mini, have some games and do some small events there. Right now, we're looking at trying to get 18 baskets, and it looks like part of the
you don't drink.
University is going to sponsor some of this event and hopefully get 18 baskets built and possibly the whole course built before the event happens.
Oh, man,
which is actually the Ethiopia Open in February of 2018.
That would be amazing. So there's actually no disc golf courses in Ethiopia, correct?
There is one, kind of. It's around the university. It's more of a temporary course, but they have baskets that they can put out, I believe. So they can go out and play, and they're getting more built up. Where he's going to build this course, he wants to do the course as an 18-hole, I guess. He just actually told me this today with the 18-hole course. There was going to be planned that it was three rounds of 9 holes each day. But now he said the university is working on building 18 holes. So we should have a really nice course by then.
Nice.
Hopefully.
So
if
John,
not, we'll have a nice temporary course by then.
Johannes is also getting ready to run, is it the Ethiopian Open?
Yep, that's what we're just speaking of. It's going to be a C-tier in his hometown.
Okay. And you're going down there to help him, right?
Sponsors and getting that information out.
Aren't you going out there to help him?
Actually, yes. I was very humbled when he asked me to come out and be his co-tournament director for this event.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, we want to
I'm really looking forward to my trip out there, but more important, I'm looking forward to his trip here, because he's going to be able to travel the U.S. and see so many different events and experience disc golf in so many different ways.
Well, you definitely need to bring him out here.
Teach the people over there.
Make sure you bring him to Colorado. We'll get him on the show. We'll get him up in the mountains and play some mountain golf. And, yeah, it'll be awesome, man. Get him some fly green gear. Just take back Ethiopia,
Absolutely.
man. Right?
Absolutely.
So, John, speaking of being a co-tournament director, well, first off, let's give mad props. I want to see all the thumbs, everybody that's watching, please.
I've got one thing I'd like to say before we move on. Johannes had one thing when I talked to him earlier. He had one thing that I asked him if he had a chance to say anything tonight. He said, tell him this. Just tell him there is a right man for disc golf in Africa, which has been chosen by God for the sport, which he believes one day, the very near future, that our sport of disc golf will be the biggest sport in the world. That's what Johannes wanted to make sure he passed on to you guys, that he's doing his best and that he believes that he's on a mission.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I got like goosebumps.
Look, and now we got the thumbs. I didn't even have to ask for them. Thank you guys so much, man. That's awesome.
My hair's standing out.
Again, share this. This is a great show. This is going to be our best show that we've done to date. Make sure you share this. Get it out there. Okay, John, you are the co-tournament director for the Midwest Masters, right?
I am.
This I want to talk about.
Masters.
This is the second annual Midwest Masters, correct?
Yep.
All right. I just want to say one thing about this real quick.
40 years or older this year. We're actually hosting it in my hometown this year. The course that I got to design when I was trying to spread disc golf myself, as I still am.
Yep, that's what I wanted to say. Out of everything I know about this tournament, I've actually had the ability to play this course. The locals call it Beauty and the Beast. It's beautiful.
That is true.
It's beautiful. This course is. I only played 2 courses in Wisconsin. It was Beauty and the Beast and the farm out at John's property, which is beautiful too. It's amazing, man. If we ever go on a vacation somewhere together, honestly, it'd be awesome to go to Wisconsin.
I thought we were going to Disney World.
That's after we get on the Wheaties box.
Better than Disney World, Mike.
Wheaties box, then Disney World. All right. Okay, you got it. Priorities. All right. Okay. So why don't you tell us about the Midwest Masters a little bit, John? When is it? When is it this year?
Midwest Masters is Memorial Day weekend, May 26th, 27th, and 28th. The 26th, we're having some disc golf demonstrations and the pro-type demos where families can come on out, learn a little bit about disc golf, and then have a chance to throw 3 holes with a pro and have that pro walk along with them and teach them and their kids a little bit about the game as they go along. And then we have doubles going on. We're going to have a players party on Saturday night. But more important, this is an age-protected event, as I said, Masters. So we decided this year, the Masters, let's take it a little bit easier. We have a nice 21-hole course. Like you said,
Right.
Appreciate the kind words. We added 6 temporary holes that really add some good challenge, some nice out-of-bounds, and we're making it a 27-hole course.
Nice.
So it's tee times, 1 round a day, 2 days. Memorial Day weekend, you still have Sunday evening. Well, we'll get done pretty late Sunday, but Monday all day to enjoy the weekend yet. Watertown's been coming through, and the tourism board has helped us out a lot, and
Kathy's
got very good vibes from the city
Kathy's
here.
Buffalo Bar. They're a huge sponsor, right?
What's that?
Kathy's Buffalo Bar. They're one of the main sponsors this year.
Kathy's Buffalo Bar is one of the main sponsors. They are the tournament location. It's right across the street from my store, and that's what also allowed us to kind of do some temporary holes. We get to walk right out of the front of Kathy's, down about 2 buildings, and we start on the temporary holes. So it's tee times announced at the bar, walk right out, there's your holes, you go, finish right back up there, everybody's in, it's a nice time. Kathy's really come apart. She's actually doing a couple raffles on the side of the Watertown Humane Society raffles that we're doing.
I saw that really cool cooler or something. Can people get tickets for this
Remote
online?
control cooler with Bluetooth and lights and everything.
John,
You
can
can
people,
actually sit on it and ride it around the course.
if people want to support this and get in on the raffle, can they buy these raffle tickets from you, online?
The Watertown Humane Society raffle tickets, yes, we can.
Okay.
The raffle tickets that Kathy has are more of a on-the-spot because she will not ship that one out. So that one's a little more limited to the people that will be here for the weekend.
Okay.
But the Humane Society raffle with the Gorilla Boys Simeon backpacks and a couple different baskets that will be in there, and a night at the Lighthouse Inn at Two Rivers on Lake Michigan with breakfast included. There's a bunch of really neat prizes. Looking forward to the raffle and helping out the Humane Society here.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, man. That was awesome. Thanks for all your
I really
hard
appreciate
work.
the time.
The
You're
Ethiopia.
doing a wonderful job. I love it.
Thanks, brother. We appreciate it very much, man.
Hey, I
Let's get some.
appreciate the support, the mugs, except for Mike. Where's your mug? Did you break one? Do I have
No.
to send another one?
Okay, so
I'm not taking blame for this.
Melissa has it. Melissa is probably watching. She's at home sick, John, and when I went to get the other mug, she was drinking tea out of it, and I just didn't want to bring those germs to the studio tonight. So,
Well, I'll give you that one.
I got my mug.
All right.
all right,
I
guys.
appreciate
Thanks
it,
a lot,
guys.
John.
Thank
We
you much.
appreciate all you're
Thank
doing
you
for
so
this
much,
talk, man.
John. You kick butt.
Let's get those likes going across the screen and push that share button. All right. It's the Upshot with Mike. As you guys know, we do the Upshot with Mike. That's the new products, the new stuff that's coming out, that's hitting the shelves. And this episode, I'm excited because I've actually thrown this, and nobody in this store has thrown it but me. And this thing is sick. So what is it? What is it?
It's a Sabbath.
Sabbath. Heiserbomb.
Heiserbomb Sabbath.
Sick.
I mean, this thing's pretty rad.
It's rad.
And you know what? What I like about it is they got this thing. It's an old mold, basically, from a Nova.
A little different, but pretty much.
I mean, in a nutshell, it is
In
a
a
little
nutshell.
bit different, but for all intents and purposes, it's an old school Max. You know, you're talking about 11401.
You can sit up there. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry, Mike. Tell him to get in the chair. He's sitting on the
Yeah,
floor.
go for it, John, if you like. You want to throw this up in the screen?
Boom.
Pop that up there. Kind of a sexy, swirly one, too. So, you know, you're talking about an 11 speed. It's got a 4 glide on it, 0 turn, and a 1 fade. So it's going to be, you know, it's pretty stable, but it's got a real nice flight pattern to it. Eddie's already thrown it, obviously.
I did.
Got some early hands on it.
I threw it Saturday at Tags at Shining Mountain.
If you like the Max, you know, they got that out of their line last year, out of production. And it wasn't one of their most popular discs,
It wasn't.
but as soon as they stopped making it, people wanted it. It was like one of those things, you know, people came in here, what, you can't get one anymore?
No,
And
but you can.
and it really is, it's a good utilitarian disc. It gives you that fills in just that right spot in your bag. So I think it's worth giving it a shot. And Heiserbaum, they do some pretty cool stuff. And
They
they're
do.
working with Millennium. I
What
think
are the
that's
numbers
kind of
on this
fun.
thing?
11401.
Right? And the numbers on the Max were 11305.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
No. They're not.
Same thing.
The 5 and a 1 are big different, actually.
No, 5 and 4.
Yeah, you mean 1104 is the Max. Anyway, so it's an 11404. Eddie doesn't know what he's talking about, but
And the Max is a 05.
yeah. So, regardless, it's a really overstable distance driver. Like I said, very predictable.
It is.
A great spot in your bag. Fills that nice gap when you need something that's not
Good spot.
super fast, not super slow. When they got rid of the Max, you know, a lot of people were disappointed, but this fills that in really nice. Not as overstable as it, so that was a really big meat hook, that Max. Now you don't need that. You can back it off just a little bit with the Heiserbaum Sabot.
For me,
so
it fits between my EXP and my Quasar.
it's too overstable for me. I'd probably throw a Firebird personally, but because it's a little slower. But anyway,
It's good.
Probably
Good utility disc.
worth giving it a try.
Yeah. So, Matt Siri, thank you. Real quick, a good shout out for the Nick Hyde Memorial again. That was awesome. Unfortunately, the weather went to crap. And then as soon as he canceled, the weather went back to nice. So, it's just some of the things you deal with.
Weather happens.
But you came out with a cool disc. You have my approval. Again, I used it for a round at Shining Mountain. It was awesome.
Yep. So give one a try. They'll be out. When are those babies going to be out?
Right now, I know that if you go to on Heiserbaum or Matt Siri on Facebook, or actually if you go to the Millennium Disc Golf Collectors page, I know for a fact there's a link on there. There's actually only 43 of these left available before they go to mass production.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want this early pre-release stamp that I have 3 of, because they're awesome, get them now. They're $25. Order online. from
Okay.
Matt Siri.
I think that's the only place you can get them right
That's
now.
it. That's it, man. That's it. So find that link on one of those pages I told you about. Click it or tick it. All right. Magic word of the week. I think it's only fitting that this word be the word of the week after what he did on Saturday.
I think it's perfect.
What is it?
Stoops. You guys know the routine. All you got to do is come in the store anytime this week, tell me the magic word or any of the employees here at Fly Green Disc Golf. We'll give you 10% off. So all you got to do is say the magic word, Stoops. We'll give you 10% off.
10%. The oldie but goodie section with Eddie.
You know what, Eddie? I'm a little older than you, but you know what? You're still good.
Right in there.
So,
Oldie but goodie. We picked the Discraft XL.
well, you got the FLX, you got the Pro D, and you got the Z. great selection here.
Yeah.
You know why I like you grabbing the different ones here, though, is because you do have some different stabilities when you're playing with the different plastics.
Absolutely do.
And the XL is a classic. It's been around a long time. And when you're looking at the different plastic types, when you're looking at the XL, you're talking about different stabilities here too, Eddie. And I don't mean to take over.
No. You make a great point.
You know, we
That's
kinda
your most stable one.
put
I
them
think.
up here. You got it. The Z's probably going to be the most stable, and the D's probably going to be the most understable. And it's a fairly understable flying disc to begin with, but it has such great glide. And I think a lot of people have begun to overlook it now, even though it used to be a world record holding disc.
You did.
I
Back
mean,
in the
for,
day.
for a long time.
I bet you remember this disc, don't
Yeah.
you, John?
Scott Stokely held the world record with this disc for a while. And I think it was, in the 600 and something foot range.
Yeah.
So it just has such a predictable straight flight, just a tiny bit of turnover, mega glide, and then just a tiny bit of fade.
I like what you did here, Mike, because you brought up a point that I want to point out. A lot of new players, we're getting more viewers, and a lot of them, some people have been playing for a while, some haven't. But let's simplify things for beginner players. Okay, and what I mean by simplify things is Mike laid out 3 discs for you here. And they're all the same mold. But yet he just put out 3 discs that'll do something almost completely different once they're beat in, right?
Uh-huh.
You're still going to have your overstable XL. Once this beats in, you've got a straight XL. And when you beat this one in, you've got your flippy one.
Super understandable.
Right? And that's one way for beginners to start to simplify their bags. And instead of carrying that one, carry a few of the same mold, different weights, different kinds of plastic, and see what it does for your game. Sorry, I wanted to throw that in there, because I've had a lot of new players asking me how to improve their game. That's one of the biggest things right there.
It is true. And you can also, when you do find the disc that you really like for those similar shots, you can do that and also adjust the weights too.
Yeah.
Because adjusting a weight in the same disc, a lighter weight, will make it a little less stable as well.
Right, absolutely.
So-
So again, the oldie but goodie. If you're looking for something new to try, something that's been dependable and been on the market for a long time, I suggest Discraft's XL.
Yep. They use a different rating system than Innova and a lot of the other manufacturers, so it sometimes can be a little bit confusing, but really, if you look at one of their charts, it's actually quite simple to use. They just kind of have arrows pointing. It's a one-number system. I think the D is a 0, and then it's a 1.5 on these for the ESP and the Z. Which can be a little deceiving. I'd probably call it more of a 1. But
You know the greatest website for, again, beginner players. I'm on this beginner kick, and it's awesome. I'm going to help you guys as much as I can. But the best website, if you don't know what a disc does, or let's say your uncle gave you a disc when you first started playing, Ian Ray's calling in a bit early, but we're going to take it from him.
all right, let's do it. Anyway, great disc.
Is this Ian Ray? Hold on, let me see if I got you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, guys, so we got Ian Ray on the phone. We're going to jump around here a little bit. Ian was anxious to get on the phone. Ian Ray is from Hutchinson, Kansas. He is the owner of Disc Golf Over Everything. He is our sponsor of the show tonight. While Ian's on the phone, we're going to go. We're going to give away a package from Disc Golf Over Everything.
How cool is that?
First off, let me get some thumbs on my screen real quick for Ian Ray from Kansas, who is Disc Golf Over Everything.
Let's get some thumbs.
Thanks for calling in, Ian. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're kicking some butt here, man.
Yeah, show's going good. Looking good.
All right, sorry.
What do you got in there?
Dust here. Yo, Ian, so tell us right now, when did you start this, why, and what is it about?
Well, DGOE, actually a buddy of mine, he is a designer. He does logos. He's been actually getting pretty big in the Kansas City scene. Threw up a logo on our club page a couple of years back. The one on the 3/4 sleeve, Eddie, that you have on. I liked the logo. I kind of thought, maybe I could run with it. Kicked the idea around for a couple of years and finally decided it was now or never and pulled the trigger on it in January, and here we are.
Right on. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of some of the gear we're rocking?
So let's see your model and poses.
Yeah, the first shirt we put out was the
Hey,
3/4 sleeve.
You're gonna rip it out.
Got it in the green, red, and black sleeve option. What I'm trying to do with DGOE is kind of make a custom apparel line for disc golfers. I've played the game long enough. I kind of know what works and what doesn't work when you're wearing clothes, you know.
Yep.
With the shirts and everything, I do custom stuff. Like I've got polos right now. If you check out the Instagram page, I have DGOE Lifestyle Apparel. You can order yourself a polo. You pick the shirt color, pick your logo colors if you want. Make it kind of your own sort of thing, but with our look, you know.
Very nice. Very nice.
So do you guys have a Facebook page?
Got a Facebook page as well. I believe that's under DGOE Apparel on Facebook. I couldn't just do DGOE for some reason, but look us up on Facebook, like our page, like us on Instagram, like I said, DGOE Lifestyle Apparel. And if you want to order online, I also have a Big Cartel site, dgoe.bigcartel.com.
Wait, we can't talk about cartels on this show? What are you doing, man?
Give us give the viewers that website one more time.
That's dgoe.bigcartel.com.
Right on. And they can order all your product right there on the website.
You can order a few of the things I've got right now. If you really want to stay up to date, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Right now we have the 3/4 sleeves. We've got some snapback hats. Working on a flat bill for you guys. That'll be out next.
Flat bills.
Yeah.
Got some tees. Got the custom polos. Just picked up some vinyl stickers last Friday before going to my first sponsored tournament, the Park City Open here in Kansas.
Nice. How'd that go?
First sponsored tournament. I actually got my first win at a tournament there, and I won, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so
yeah, man, got a lot of stuff in the works. Got some future items coming in. There'll be some custom quarter zip pullovers, some tank tops that I got in the works for the summertime because it's heating up over here in Kansas now. So.
Sorry, I chuckled to myself because we're gonna do a giveaway, Mike.
Let's do it.
But wait, before we do this call-in giveaway, I'm putting my foot down. If you've won anything in the last 3 weeks, Tommy Morgan,
you can't call in.
Don't call in,
Tommy.
Mr. Hot Hands, new hands.
And don't be trying to call in, Tommy, from another line.
We know your voice.
And trying to call in acting like a girl either.
Yeah. All right, you guys know the routine. Check it out. Here's the number. Bam. What is it?
303-754-DISC. First one to call, you're going to get this awesome prize pack. How come the phone is not already ringing? 303-754-DISC.
Ian, stay on the line with us. All right, let's go ahead.
What are you going to get in this amazing prize pack?
What are we doing here?
What should we do? Let's do a T-shirt and some vinyl stickers.
Oh man, are you kidding me? We're giving away a killer T-shirt. Look at these things. These things feel so good on. You don't even want to take this thing.
There it is. It's Tommy Morgan. Watch.
Here it is. Tommy, are you kidding? No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. 19th hole. Who we talking to?
It's Bryce from Monument.
Oh,
Bryce from Monument.
It's Bryce from Monument. What's going on, my man?
Nothing much, just checking in on you guys. Telling you guys are doing awesome. Hey, I couldn't be there at the show tonight.
All right, brother. How's the weather down there? We getting any snow again?
We are not. It's actually clear and nice outside, so.
Very nice. Well, congratulations, Bryce. You're going to win a T-shirt and some vinyls from Ian Ray. I think the best way to do this is, Bryce, just look Ian up. He's on my friends list. You guys connect via Facebook. Make that stuff happen because we're giving away so much stuff here on this show that, dude, my budget took a hit, man. I had to mail out so much stuff.
Yeah, have them hit me up, man. That'll work. I'll ship it right out.
There you go. See there? What are you looking at me like that for? You go to Vegas every weekend, Mike, and leave me here to do all the work.
I got to get out of here, man. I got a flight to catch.
I know. You just got back and you're getting ready to leave. Well, I'm going with you this time. See, this coffee's got me jacked up. Who made this stuff?
Woo! Woo! All right, man. I'm having some fun.
And we ain't
Let's
even
do
to the
this.
good part yet.
Let's
All right,
do this.
Ian Ray, you've got your winner. His name's Bryce Oppenheimer. He's a great young gun out of Monument, Colorado. Bryce, you got your prize pack coming from Disc Golf Over Everything. I want to say thank you to Ian Ray. He's one of our sponsors. He has sponsored tonight's show. Gave Mike and I a couple cool shirts. Mike looks buff in his. If you want one, you know where to go get them. If you can't remember what you jig it, like I can't remember the word, go back and watch the video like I will because I just did that. It's going to be funny. All right?
DGOE Lifestyle Apparel. Look us up, buddy.
All right. Much love, Ian Ray. Thank you very much. Bryce,
Thanks,
thank you
brother.
for
We'll see
calling
you, man.
in.
Take care, guys.
All right. Well, I'm glad that came into play right there how it did.
That worked out really good.
It did.
It worked out really good.
So we got a few things to go over real quick here, and then I'm really anxious just to
Yeah,
get
let's
to
get
John.
this thing moving.
All right. We did our special word. We did our special disc.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a little bit about the Expo Workday
Mm-hmm.
already, but we'll touch base on that just a little bit. We can probably look through there, but like I said, they had quite a few workers out there for this thing. They got a bunch of posts set in the ground. I didn't get a full count, but it was a lot, Mike.
That's killer.
Like a bunch of posts set.
That's a lot of work.
Thank you to all the
Not my
volunteers that came out to help Chris Thomas get ready for this tournament. That was awesome. We appreciate it very much. I know he does too.
Heck yeah.
All right, Shining Mountain. This is an important thing I kind of want to go over. So we did have our first tags at Shining Mountain this past Saturday. It was opening day. Thank you to the players that came out and made that possible for us. It was awesome. Here, I'm going to run down Shining Mountain rules, just so everybody has an idea, because people are going up there in the middle, in the afternoon, and you can't get in. Number one, Shining Mountain is closed to disc golfers until after 3 p.m. Okay, that goes for tags as well. You can't go up there and practice early. You just got to show up and start playing at 3 o'clock. Okay?
Don't mess it up.
And the reason is because the ball golfers take priority at this place.
Yes.
Let's be honest. This is a really high-class country club. You can't show up in T-shirts. I want to give another huge shout-out to all the players that came. I put a blast out on Facebook and said, look, guys, please, if you come up there, wear your polos, dress nice, dress like a ball golfer. That's exactly what I said, because ball golfers, let's face it, they can dress.
Yeah.
Payne
I want to
Stewart.
see some white pants.
I want some Payne Stewart pants.
Purple pants,
Yes.
matching shoes, white belts. Come on, guys, rock it.
Ian says my bad timing's good timing. No, you don't know how right you are, buddy.
Anyway,
So you show up at Shining Mountain, make sure you're dressed good, all right? The cost to play Shining Mountain is $15 without a cart, $20 with a cart.
that's a bargain.
I suggest a cart.
Cart,
It's a long course,
that's super fun.
okay? Respect the ball golfers. They have the right of way at all times. And some of the holes do play with disc golf and ball golf right along each side each other. And all my experiences with the ball golfers, I'm amazed when they smash this ball 300 yards, and then when I throw one 300 feet, they're like, whoa.
Right.
They're more amazed than I am at them.
Right.
It's awesome. So I've never had a bad encounter. Number two, don't climb any fences into private property. Okay? You can't do that. If your disc goes over a wooden fence that looks like, oh, I can step over this, don't do it, because it's private property. Okay? Those discs will be returned. Trust me, those people make far too much money to worry about your disc. They will return it to the front desk, and I will get it back to you. Okay? During tags, you can come out and play tags. Throw Colorado has again this year been blessed with rights to run tags in a few tournaments out there. When you come to play tags with Throw Colorado, it's $10. $10, and that includes your card. Okay. Half price.
But
Half price.
I will be there.
It's so fun, man. It really is. You'll have a blast, Mike. But I'm driving the cart because I've seen
I
you.
get to drive the cart.
No! I quit drinking, remember? I'm your DD.
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
for sure.
Fair enough.
All right, so Shiny Mountain, it's awesome.
Don't
If you
drink and
haven't
drive.
played it, check it out. It's awesome. Okay. We do have the Hall of Fame class in '96.
This is awesome.
This is cool.
John Bird knows probably some of these guys.
John Bird. Do you know Mike Conger?
Oh, yeah.
PDGA number 60. I didn't stutter. 60.
Captain Snap.
Captain
Yeah.
Snap. Captain Snap, John said. Actually, let's pull John up.
Yeah, what the
Why
hell?
wouldn't he be up here for
Yeah, what the hell? We're about to
release?
get into it. Everybody, the
Please,
legend,
put your hands together.
John Bird.
Mr. John Bird.
How are you, John? Good to see you.
Welcome to the show, John. Oh, yeah.
Excited to be here.
You know,
squeeze
this whole
in
Throw
here.
Colorado concept that has popped up and taken Colorado a
Slide
little
over
bit.
there a little, John.
You know why it started?
No.
Because of you.
Oh, uh-oh.
Because of you and
You're
a
in trouble
few,
already.
a few other people. No, man, you just inspired me. You really did. And I mean that. And thank you very much for coming on the show. It means a lot to me and Mike. When I told him you were coming on, he was super excited. So thank you for coming on. Before we get to you and start interviewing and putting you under the gun, let's talk about some of these Hall of Famers. Captain Snap, number 60.
Yep.
Patty
Patty Kunkel.
Kunkel, you know her,
Yeah.
283.
Yeah.
And Rick
Rothstein.
Rothstein,
Kansas City. Yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
What's your PDJ number?
387.
387.
387.
387.
What's yours?
55521.
Mine's 81,642.
Isn't that crazy, John? Did you
Yeah.
think that would happen?
No. I can remember back in the 70s, I think we were at the World Frisbee Championship, and Ed Hedrick invited us over to his place. And this was before PDGA really got going. And we were just talking about where the sport was going and that disc golf thing, the Frisbee golf was going to start happening.
Right.
And
How we doing on sound, guys? Let us know how we're doing on sound.
And so he was envisioning us traveling around, touring, making 50 grand a year. This was like 76, 77. We're going, yes. And then he kind of says, well, I got something out in my garage I want to show you. Okay, so we follow him out there, and he pulled out this metal contraption with chains and baskets, and it's like, we're all kind of going, okay.
What is that?
So,
What year was this?
this was
Approximately.
75, 76, and we just all got excited. Wow, this is gonna happen. But at that time, I wasn't really a disc golfer so much.
What were you doing?
I was more an overall player, freestyler. Freestyle was really what I loved to do, but I also was really involved with overall sports. So
Now, John, did you wear those really short shorts?
With the super long socks?
oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
I
I
saw
can
some
only
pictures.
picture that.
Oh man.
Man.
Can you guys comment with photos on here? Bryce, if you could comment with a photo, do me a favor, find some pictures of John Bird from 1977, the national championships, and post them on
Yeah,
here.
we need some pictures of John Bird in the short shorts.
Yes, we do.
So it was a whole different world back then, and we were more into overall. Disc golf hadn't taken off yet, and I looked at it as being a old man's sport, and then when I would get old, then I would get involved with it.
So where were you competing at the freestyle level? Here in Colorado, in California?
Pretty much all over, and there would be a whole series of tournaments going around that would kind of go to World Frisbee Championship.
So you were
There was a
track-
lot in
with
Kansas, right? Kansas
And
had a lot of tournaments.
Kansas was a big.
Now, was that because of the Kansas City Flyers, or was that even before them?
There were so many groups, small groups out there, but there was a good Kansas City group out there.
Yeah.
Tom Engel was involved with that, John Brooks, and some of those guys.
I talked with Tom Engel a little bit, via Messenger.
Yeah.
It's awesome what you can do with Facebook. I
Yeah.
never thought I'd talk to Tom Engel, and he's got some great memorabilia that I'm going to end up getting off of him, Tom. Just so you know.
So John, I mean, we can go back some history here. Tell us about some of the very first Frisbees you remember, and it was even before the Frisbee. I mean, we can go back to some of
Pluto
the
platters.
Pluto
Yeah.
platters.
Yeah, as a,
Where are your
Yeah,
discs, John?
what's that?
Where's those discs you brought in?
They're down over here on the side.
Here's some right
I
here.
mean, the Pluto platter goes back to before the Whammo.
Yeah, and there's a lot of controversy on what disc really happened first and who did it, and they were finding new stuff all the time. some of the real serious collectors have found a lot of interesting stuff out there.
Well, I would guess it would be the Frisbee pie. I mean, that's
Well,
the metal one. What
well,
was
the-
before that?
The pie tin was one of the stories that's how it all got started. But you know, the people that get credit for a large part of it is Fred Morrison, and then Whammo, and you know, the Pluto platter is up there in the very early stages of Whammo.
Were you throwing Pluto platters?
When I was a little kid, there were some neighborhood friends that had a disc.
Nice.
And at that time, that
Pluto
was
platter.
in '60, so it had to be a Pluto platter or something of that sort.
So what do we got here?
And here we have some of the later stuff, but I just happened to just reach in a box and grab a couple of discs. But just the 141 G series that Whammo put out, and this was basically one of the after the Pro models and the Moonlighter that you showed.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a certain configuration that was kind of a knockoff of the Pluto platter, and then Ed Hedrick was trying to make the disc more aerodynamic and more stable, and so they went with this. And these came, the first version of these came out in '75, and what they did is before the World Frisbee Championships, all the people who had been invited to that, they got sent these new discs that they got to try out before the tournament.
Wow.
So that they could play with them. And it wasn't until, when I first started playing, the world record was less than 300 feet.
Oh yeah, for a Frisbee.
Yeah. And it gradually, once these came out, and then they started weighting them and putting some weight on the 119 and the 141, and they could pump them up with phosphorescent pigment, then the distances started going out. And then they started making some of the discs lighter and then beveled edges.
Pigs. Did
Yeah.
you hear that?
And
Phosphorus pigs in these plastics.
Hey, we're here with legendary disc golfer
John
and
Bird.
course designer John Bird. If you have any questions, give us a call, 303-754-DISC. That's 303-754-DISC. So, John, tell us, when did your passion for designing disc golf courses get started?
well, probably, let's see, I think the first one I probably did was, we did some on, I went to school at Fresno State in '72, and there I met a recreation instructor who was George Sappenfield, who is a new, well-known pioneer of the sport. And he kind of took me under his wing, and we started co-teaching a Frisbee class in 1972, which was at that time we had physical education classes.
Right.
Okay, so
And you had to take physical education, so you had to learn how to do something physical.
we just got a question from one of our audience members, John. Bryce, who just called in the show, says, what notable courses have you helped design, and what is your favorite? I'll stop right there first off. Your favorite bird nest person.
Oh, not necessarily.
Well,
I
it's in the top though, right?
it's my laboratory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I look at
Absolutely.
that as
Thank you
my-
very much.
So 72 was kind of where you got the inspiration.
That's where it all went, and I actually got paid to play it, to play and teach.
And then, so where was your first course?
And then went to Sonoma College in '75, and I presented a proposal to do a course there, a class, and they said yes, and then we got together with a group of students and we designed a course around that campus.
Was that a permanent course?
And no, that was before baskets, so we basically had object course, and one of the most notable holes was called bacon and eggs, And
That's
and-
one of
and
my
what-
favorite breakfasts.
Yeah, and what it
I
was
would eat
is
that
it-
hole up.
It,
Yeah, I was
it,
gonna
it,
say-
it was it was a sculpture of a plate of bacon and eggs, and so to finish the hole, you had to land on the bacon and eggs.
Nice.
I like
Very
that.
cool.
So it was a little creative.
That's pretty fun.
Light poles, just different objects around the campus.
is, that's like some of my favorite disc golf, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
safari
the
golf.
adventure of it.
Yeah.
It's the adventure of
Yeah.
disc golf.
And then we did a similar thing. I went back to Fresno to finish up in '77, and we put in a course that we would play on the weekends there. So like, back then, if you knew people who played this, frisbee, then you could find out where the courses were.
Heck yeah. And then so, how many courses would you say you've designed and built to date?
I would say a dozen.
Okay.
So and the most recent that we did was Green River, Utah. It is on a ball golf course in the state park.
This is this is where Rocky Mountain Championships is, right? Is that where that
No,
tournament is? No. Okay.
But Green River, Utah. The end of this month, we'll be doing a tournament there. It's
Okay.
already filled up, but we do the carts and the whole deal.
Very nice.
And it's set up to play right along with ball golf.
So is it a long course too? Probably like Shining Mountain.
It's about 10,000 feet or so. It's on a 9-hole course. So it's
your
not-
arms can't take that.
Yeah. Well, it's not as bad. I mean, you've got the cart, so that makes it. And it's there. I think it's $12 for a 18-hole round of disc golf, and that includes the cart.
Man, that's a great value.
So I mean,
Yeah,
think
so
about it.
So if you're going to
check that
Vegas
out.
and you're on the road,
Yeah.
stop off at Green River, play around,
Wow.
and it's fun. They're great people there.
And you helped? Did you help design this course?
Yeah.
So, is this
Yeah.
one of your? I guess.
Birdie Disc Golf did.
Okay. Is this one of your higher? I guess most notable courses you've done.
It's fun. I think Fort Morgan, Optimus course, Pessimist course.
I would agree. I would agree.
I think they're great courses.
Thumbs on the screen. Anybody that's played Pessimist up at Fort Morgan or the Optimist, the water hole. The water hole is phenomenal. It's like our own little, like for players like me that can't make it to the memorial, we got a fountain right there. There's a fountain in the pond. So it's awesome. Get up there. You did it. We did, right?
A mini memorial.
It's a mini memorial for guys like me. It's like, here you go. You can't quite get to the memorial, but you can go here.
Right, and it's not 395 feet over the water either. How far is that?
It's a pond.
Well, it's to the basket. It's 458.
Is that the length of the water?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and
it
pretty
was
much
the length of the water is probably 440.
Oh my gosh, it is.
yeah, it's a pump, man.
Yeah.
And it's a great hole because you can run it, you can
Yeah.
pump it. I've seen guys go for it.
No,
I've seen.
I don't
Yep.
know. Off to the right, isn't it?
No, you want to go off to the left
To
to
the
be
left.
safe.
Excuse me, off
Yeah.
to the left.
But in tournament mode, there's a path there, so it makes it a really thin fairway to land on. It's a great design.
No.
It was great. High five.
Yeah, well
Nice.
done.
One of my favorite holes in the state. Chris White, you know what we're talking about? It's a great hole.
Yeah.
Great hole. I'd have to say I agree. Fort Morgan is.
And I think one of them that I had fun doing is redesigning Johnny Roberts.
Which time?
Hmm?
Which time?
Well, I
Because it's been done 3 times, right?
oh no, it's been done a bunch of times. I set up the first one at Johnny Roberts in '77, and then it's been gone through several different versions, and then this last time is the city wanted certain things that we had to do, and so it shrunk it down, made it pretty much a putter only course, but it's like, how can you make this entertaining?
The best of what
And-
you got.
and- yeah.
And people, yeah, I know. And sometimes people get so upset when things like that happen to a course. But at the end of the day, you have.
Yeah.
You're given what
Yeah.
you're given.
Yeah,
And that's it.
and it was a basically if we don't do something, then it's going to go away.
And we don't want it to
And-
go
and we
away
didn't want
because
that.
again, what's the name of the course? The Johnny Roberts course. Remember Johnny Roberts.
Yeah.
So we do what we can do to keep the course in the ground at least.
Yeah.
And you did a great job.
Yeah. That was a fun one. It was
Yeah.
really intense and a lot of different challenges that
So,
had to be done.
you've been pretty busy in Colorado disc golf, right?
Yeah.
You have been. You've been the state coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to guess how many years. 21 years.
Yeah, about 20, around 20. I don't know how many exactly.
So I was close.
So yeah.
And I didn't screen you before this. That was a total guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I did my homework, Tony.
So before they had state coordinators, they had regional coordinators, and the region was, I think it was almost all the Rocky Mountain area because there was so little activity going on. And so the first time I was regional coordinator was probably 79 or 80.
Wow.
And then I took some breaks and other people took it on and it kind of went back and forth, but it always seemed like nobody wanted it, and so I
Always came back to you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it was meant to be.
I was gonna say, it's probably for a reason.
It was, because it's a lot of, at times, a lot of thankless work, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it was, it was a passion.
Absolutely. And I personally can relate to that. Mad respect for you, man. 20 plus years in disc golf, you got some tolerance. You're good, man.
Any amazing disc golf memory, John, that just stands out in your mind, that just kind of shines over the rest, over, I don't know, 50 years of disc golf and frisbee and...
There are just so many things that one it used to be a course up on campus. It's CSU, and there was one shot that went from by the lake in the parking lot, and you had to go either around a building in a blind shot, or if you're Scott Stokely,
Here we go.
it is you just crank it up over the top and go clear over the top of the building and park it. And we were all just sitting there just going, oh my goodness. And it was just totally incredible.
How far do you think it was?
I don't know. I mean, it was probably almost as high up as it was long.
Scott, you made the show. How do you find your way on our show every week? How?
Yeah.
You don't need to call in, Scott.
No, please don't.
But yeah, there are just a lot of fun memories like that along the way, and just different tournaments. One of the favorite tournaments for us early on was up in Fraser, Colorado, at Grandma Miller's New Horizon Open, and it went for about 20 years before it went away.
Who ran that?
And, well, Stephen McGregor ran it for many years, and then he kind of backed out, and I took over for a couple of years, and then Scott Garrett did it. T.J. Lawrence was involved with it too. So it just was a fun, tight-knit family. I mean, we'd all go up there and camp on site.
That's awesome.
And Grandma Miller had actually homesteaded there with Grandpa Miller, and in '68.
Wow.
And they actually had a log cabin that was in Breckenridge that they hauled over to put on the property and
Wow.
set up. It had about 40 acres to
Nice.
begin with, but unfortunately it didn't last. And a lot of the land got sold and broken up, but that was probably one of the people would come from all over the country for that tournament.
I tell you what, the disc golf community and the disc golf world is just made up of so many amazing people.
You hear
like
stories
yourself.
like that all the time. I mean,
And-
it's amazing.
Yeah, I've only been involved in it now for about 10 years, but gosh, some of my closest friends, if not all of my closest friends now, have all been through the disc golf community, and I feel like it's probably been the same thing for you.
Yeah.
looking past over your history, would you say now that all your best memories and your fondest memories as you look back in your history, can you tie the majority of them to this thing right here?
Yeah. There's a lot of friends out there.
Isn't it amazing what these things can do?
Yeah.
Are you getting all sentimental on the
I
show?
am a little bit.
Wow.
You know, it's amazing how these plastic things tie so many of us together.
Yeah.
So cute.
So, I mean, I think we've probably already gone over our time for the night. So
We got stuff. And it doesn't matter. I told you, I'm tired of these paychecks that we're getting.
wow. So we'll probably start to wrap this up, but it's just incredible that these plastic discs do so much, yet we still have not figured out how we can do what you were saying 40 years ago, John, which is how can we get a lot of these guys to travel around the country and make $50,000 or $100,000 a year. And that's kind of what Eddie and I sit and talk about every week, whether it's on the show or off the show, which is how do we get corporate sponsorship to this sport? We're just as exciting as all these other sports, if not more exciting.
Yeah, look at us.
And what are we missing, John? I mean, you've been playing the sport forever. What is the sport missing? What do we need to get these corporate sponsors to recognize that we deserve to be on TV and we deserve all these other attributes that the other sports are getting, because that's where the cash added is to kick us up to the next level.
And I think you're very slowly seeing some of that happen now.
Well, I think we are slowly too, definitely.
And
Adidas,
we're ESPN is now running, excited about aces.
Yeah.
And watching somebody make a super long putt, and you get different corporate sponsors that see that kind of thing, and the kid, maybe their kids see it and get excited about it, and then it builds up, and then also getting people like Paul Macbeth getting in there and getting sponsors and representing the sport really well.
And I think it doesn't take. I don't mean to interrupt you, John, but it doesn't take a Paul Macbeth to help grow the sport. Look at Johannes down in Ethiopia.
Oh yeah.
Zero help from the get-go, and look at what he's done. So obviously having Paul Macbeth in your corner helps a lot, but any exposure is good exposure for the sport. At this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so, I mean, a lot of the times it's like these connections, I think, I don't know where the connection was from, like, disc golf to the ledge stone, but there was somebody had a connection.
Somebody in the office threw a Frisbee at some point, yes.
Somebody there.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just more and more of us realizing that maybe we're the right connection.
Yeah.
Looking inside us to say, hey, I have this connection. So I'm just talking out to everybody out there to say, do I have a connection? Because it's all of us doing our part out here to say, hey, we can connect together, we can communicate. I mean, that's how we all come together to make this bigger, because I guarantee the Ledgestone didn't just happen. There was some type of connection there between disc golf and that insurance company. Somebody worked there, somebody did something, because that's like the first step to me to like a big corporate tournament,
Absolutely.
with cash added, and we need to see more and more of those things happening so these guys can get paid.
All right. You make an extremely valid point, but I know John is one busy guy. So I've got one more question for you, John, before we let you get out of here. What's new at Bird's Nest? What's happening? People are excited. I'm seeing posts about gazebos, extra parking.
Yeah.
You got trees coming in, right?
A few.
Okay. So what's going on? You got a few tournaments taking place, and isn't Bird's Nest? Actually, we've got a couple more questions, because this next gen thing, you're involved in this. The next gen tour, put on by Latitude 64, David Feldberg put this thing, right? Is this David's idea, just out of the gate?
David and Patrick's.
Okay, so they came out, and it's literally the biggest thing to happen to amateur disc golfers since disc golf started. This thing is huge. We've talked about it every single week on the show, and that's because it is big. Growth of this sport starts with the amateurs. You got to keep them coming in. You got to make the pros happy, but at the same time, amateurs are going to grow the sport because AMs become pros and pros.
Die.
Pros need sponsors, is what I was going to say. Pros need sponsors.
Oh,
All right, so first, what's new at Bird's Nest? That's where we're going to have the final, right? The quarterfinal?
Well,
or
that'll be the regional final.
regional final will take place at your course, Bird's Nest.
Yeah.
Okay, and Bird's Nest is off of 470 and, is it
It's off of Highway 93 and 64th.
really close to
Parkway.
470, right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause that's how I always
in
remember
between,
to get
in between Golden and Boulder.
Boom. All right.
Off of 93.
And this is another one of those big arm courses too. You know, it is.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some tournaments out there, and the wind always blows out there. It is.
It's been really nice here lately. Early in the morning.
Yeah, always early in the morning. I like
But-
the wind.
But anyway, I've been working with the city quite a bit here just recently.
Awesome.
And what they're doing is repurposing a gazebo that was in another location. And they were trying to figure out where to put it. So it's like, why not Bird's Nest?
Yeah.
So hopefully, possibly by the end of this week, we'll have that up. They're already starting to put rocks out around the perimeter of what will be
The new
new
parking.
area, yeah.
Awesome.
And so they'll just take down part of the section of the fence,
Cool.
and then we'll have, well, probably another 50, 75
Wow.
parking spots.
I smell a disc golf wedding.
Yeah.
Gazebo, parking.
We've actually had wedding parties
It's the last
out
thing I
there.
thought would be on your mind. I'm sorry.
Actually,
Not mine.
But yeah, and so that's happening, and then we're hopefully the city's going to try and get some nice dirt to make kind of an amphitheater around one side of the gazebo. So when we have awards, then people can kind of hang out on the amphitheater,
Very cool.
and then have trees up there
That's
for
super
shade.
fun.
So
That's awesome.
it'll be fun. It's
So-
a lot of work at this point, but
You've been working on it for a while.
yeah,
And it's fun, right?
yeah.
It is fun. Next Gen Tour. All right, so you happen to be one of the regional coordinators for this event, right?
Right.
For this AM Tour. You're running an event this coming Saturday
This coming Saturday
in Pueblo,
Yeah.
and this is another one of the
The qualifying qualifiers for
So, and if 54 people show up for this thing,
yeah
the top 12 make it
Top
to the
to the
regional finals, which take place at your course, Bird's Nest.
Right.
And then if you win that, or X amount of people win that, they go to Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So how did you get drug into this?
It basically they was looking for a place in Denver to do a course and contacted me and asked if we could do it there and what we could arrange for that.
Okay.
And said sure, and that was last year.
Yeah.
And they actually had the finals at Bird's Nest last year. And so he wanted to do it again, and they're changing the format and change it more to each region has X number of people and players and tournament events. And then from that, they would go
Final,
to
yeah.
regional,
Yeah.
and then from the regional going to the
To
National.
the
the
final.
national.
And you're giving away a car. We've mentioned this on the
Yeah.
show, giving away a car.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And whoever wins the regional will get expense paid
Trip to the national.
Yeah, to the national.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how many people are you taking from the regional? Let's say I come down to Pueblo this Saturday and just blow them out of the water. Hey,
I mean,
Okay, so
that wasn't
so,
in the script.
I'm sorry, I sneezed.
So one thing about if it's all based on having 54 players show up, then you get 12 invites.
And that's
to,
for each
to,
match,
to the
even
regional.
the finals. That's
Okay,
how.
so yeah, and if if we don't get a full group, then we could cut that in half,
number. Right.
and do a half cap, and 27 players, and only 6
We
would be
need a full
invited.
group.
Yeah.
Where are you
Need
at
a
right
full
now?
group. I'm not sure, it's right around 20 right now.
Okay.
Come on, this is an
So,
amazing opportunity to win a car,
Every
guys.
full
Get your
spots
butt out
left.
there.
It's
Let's
a fun
go.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
too much
Join
fun.
in this event.
One day, 2 rounds,
1 day, 2 rounds in Pueblo.
18, yeah.
You're the TD for this.
Yep.
So you get to see John Bird, if nothing else.
You get
right?
a cool prize pack.
You get a player's pack.
Yeah,
Right?
great players back.
Great
yeah.
players pack. How
I-
much is it to get in this thing? 48
It's
bucks.
$48.
$48
plus.
I've been doing my homework.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
First time he ever did that before
And
in
there's
his life.
there's some other games within the game too that you can
There are.
play as
So
well.
there's all kinds of things that we could, and that's a whole other show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information on this thing. If you haven't played one, or you haven't heard about it, then you haven't watched our show. Go look it up. Check out Next Gen Tour, presented by Latitude 64, Dave Feldberg and John Bird. Okay, John, it was an honor having you here, my friend.
It was
awesome.
Great.
Thank
Great
you
to
so
be
much,
invited.
John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You guys
really a
got,
pleasure.
and I've been drooling all night on all this stuff here.
All right. So generally, we had a no,
Nah. What?
wow.
What? We do whatever you want. It's your show, Eddie.
All right, fine. Then since we only had 2 audience members tonight, what I'm going to do is give away a couple discs. Since he said I could do what I want and they're not mine, I'll do that. So both of our contestants win tonight. Congratulations, guys! You won! Woo! All right, guys. This has been a really awesome show. I want to thank John Roundhouse from iFling Plastic. I want to give another shout out to Johannes from Ethiopia for just busting tail down there.
That's amazing.
It's awesome, dude. We love you, man, all the way up here in Denver, Colorado.
We need something like 60 countries to represent disc golf before we can get disc golf in the Olympics. And I think we're like almost there. So these are the kind of things we have to do to get our sport into the Olympics and to keep spreading it across the world. So those are the efforts that it takes. Those are the kind of people that grow the sport. And that's just shows you what one person can do out there. So yes.
I would like to thank our sponsors that make this show possible. First off, Fly Green Disc Golf. If you need it, they got it. Come see them. Throw Colorado. iFling Plastic and Disc Golf Over Everything. Ian Ray, Hutchinson, Kansas. Disc Golf Over Everything.
If you want to be a sponsor of our show, you can contact Mike Dunn at Fly Green Disc Golf. You can contact Eddie Wooters at Throw Colorado. We'd love to have you be a sponsor.
We would.
Make sure you watch us next week. We got a great sponsor, Linda Dietz with Shake Lee. We're also going to be giving away some more great prizes. We always got our oldies but goodies. We'll probably have another great guest. Don't forget our word of the week, which is what?
Stu! Congratulations
And
on your
as
victory.
always, don't forget
Good
to have
shooting,
your
Alex.
pet spayed or neutered.
Peace out, y'all. We love you.